Okay, so this one is what letter is it?
2, -2.
So we have 2, -2. Those are our coordinates. Our slope is 1. And a slope of 1 means you go up 1 over 1. Okay? Okay, good. So let's go back to our graph. Where are we going to put our first coordinate point?
To the right.
All right, so I go over 2. I start at my point of origin. I go 1, 2, and then it says I go -2. So I go down, right? 1, 2. So my first point is right here. All right? That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right, now, what type of slope do I have?
It is a positive slope? No, it's a negative slope.
Well, we'll find out. It says I go up 1 to the right 1, right?
Yeah.
So from here, I go up 1 to the right 1. So here's my next point. I go up 1 to the right 1. You see how I'm going up and over? Up 1 to the right 1. So if I were to draw a line, this line is going to be a little crazy, but it goes like that. Does that make sense? Okay. Where did our line cross the y-axis? This is the y-axis, right?
Yes.
At what point did our line cross the y-axis?
At the 3.
That's -1. That's -2. That's -3. So this will be
Oh, -4.
right, -4. Right. So now we know what to put for our y-intercept. So what's our y-intercept? So we're going to erase this positive sign and just put a -4. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. So our coordinate is 4, 1, and our slope is 3/2, 3 over 2. That means I'm going to go up 3, and I'm going to go to the right. How many?
2 times.
2 times, right. I'm going to go up 3 to the right 2 times. So I'm going to look on here for 4, 1. So remember, the x tells me left or right, and the y tells me up or down, right?
Yeah.
So I start at my point of origin, and I go over how many?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do I go up or down?
You go down.
That's a positive one, right?
Up.
So I go up 1. And here is my point. Mi punto, my punta. All right, so what's my slope?
3. Oh, your slope is 1? No. 2. Wait.
My slope is right here.
Oh, 3/2.
So that means I go, what do? I go up how many?
You go up 3 times.
And over?
2 times.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's go up 3 times and over twice. So from here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. How many times do I go over?
2 times.
1, 2. All right, so that's my next point. All right, let's do it again. I want to go up how many?
Up 3 times.
1, 2, 3. Over how many?
2 times.
1, 2. All right, and so what I would probably do is use my flat edge to draw the line, so the line would be perfect. But my line is not going to be perfect, but it'll be sort of kind of perfect, right? And if it was perfect, if my line was perfect, it would probably hit right here. Okay. All right. So where then my almost perfect line actually would hit. My almost perfect line would hit right here. Yeah, that's probably better. Where did it hit?
It hit at -4.
It hit at -4. The point at where it actually hit was 0, -4. So this is my y-intercept. -4, 0, -4. So if I write out, I'll say y equals, what's my slope?
3/2.
3/2, 3 over 2, x. And what's my y-intercept?
-4.
0, -4. So that's my y equals mx plus b, where the y is the y value, the m is the slope, the x is the x value, and the b is the y-intercept. So that's your answer. So when I decided to work it out a little further down, I realized that my perfect line was really off. It was supposed to hit here. And so instead of it being 0, -4, it should be 0, -5. That's really the slope. I mean, the y-intercept is, so the answer really should be, instead of -4, it should be -5. Sometimes you got to correct your mistakes. All right. Okay. Okay. So we have 3, 4, and we have -6 and 2. So I'm starting at my point of origin. How many do I go over?
3.
And I go up how many?
4 times.
So I'm right here. And -6, 2, right? I go to my point of origin. How many do I go over?
2. Wait, 6.
How many?
-6.
-6. And is it a positive or -2?
It's a positive 2.
No.
Man, I'm videotaping, boy.
Yeah.
I'm videotaping. Good to see you. You scared me too.
It's good for you too.
All right, but if she gets up and slaps you for messing up her studies, I'm not seeing anything. I'm looking away. I'm looking the other way. So look, we have our 2 points, right? So we're trying to.
It is -2.
It is -2.
Yeah, it's negative.
But you're still doing y equals original space.
Okay, so -2 would be down here instead.
Yes.
Okay. So you were right.
Yeah.
Still, if she slaps you, I'm turning around. I ain't seen nothing.
Hey, I'll do it.
I'm not telling your parents anything. All right, so I need to get from here, from down here to here. My first point, if I'm looking at it left to right, my first point's down here. My second point is up here. So is that positive or negative? My first point is small, lower,
You're going positive.
and
But you're going, yeah.
I'm going positive, right? Right, good, good. So
No.
watch this. I want to get to this point. I want to go from here. So I need to go up and over, right? How many do I go up?
You go up.
1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5, 6. So when I went up 6,
You go over at least 8 or 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I went over 9. Okay. Quick question. Is there a number that goes into both 6 and 9?
36.
What number is that?
30.
3. 3 goes into 6 and 9. So if I divide 6 by 3,
You rise over 1,
it'll
so
be
it's going to be
2.
3 over.
If I divide 9 by 3, that'll be 3.
Oh, I was
So
close.
this is my slope. Okay? So I can do this now. Let me do it with a different color. Do it light blue.
All right.
I want to go up to 1, 2 over 3. 1, 2, 3. Go up to 1, 2 over 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, did I cross the y-axis?
Yeah.
All right, at what point did I cross the y-axis? Because that's what I'm trying to find out. Here's my y-axis.
Cut 4 in half, it's 2.
It's right here.
Yeah.
All right, so my y-axis is, need to hear you.
4.
My y-axis is,
That's 2.
that's 2 all day. Good stuff. All right, so what's my slope? We found that out earlier. So my slope is 2 over 3, put my x. And what's my y-intercept?
Positive 4. No, positive 2.
Positive 2. So my answer, the slope-intercept form using that slope and those points is y equals 2x, 2 over 3x plus 2. Y equals 2 over 3x plus 2. The only thing we did really different is we had to reduce our slope. Okay? Okay, cool. Okay, so our coordinate is -3, -4. Our m is our slope, and that's 2. So I'm going to go to my point of origin, right? How many am I going to go to the left?
We're going to go to the left 2. No, 3.
Okay, so I'm going -3. So from my point of origin, I go 1, 2, 3. And what do I do now?
You go up 4.
Is it
You
negative?
go down 4.
Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my point's here. What's my slope?
2.
2, which means I do what?
You go up 2 times.
I go up 2 and I go to the right.
Once.
Good. So 1, 2 over 1. 1, 2 over 1. I'm just trying to find out my y-intercept. Yes. So 2 over 1. Did I hit my y-intercept?
Yes.
What is the y-intercept?
2. Positive 2.
Positive 2. Positively 2. Good. So now when I write my equation of the line, or my slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, my y is the y value, that just stays y. What's my m? My slope is?
2 halves.
Actually, no, it's just 2 over 1. I can keep it as 2 over 1, or I can say 2. I can just say 2, but I can also say 2 over 1. Okay? All right. And then I put my x. And what's my y-intercept?
3. No, that's not 3. Sorry, it looks like a 3 and a 4. It's 2.
It's 2. Here's my answer. Now, do I need to have the 1 under here?
No.
Right. So I can present it as just y equals 2x plus 2. Okay, I think that's enough. I get yelled at. Crazy. If I do more than 3, so let's do one more. Okay, so when I look at -9, 17, I can say, hey, I don't have 17 spaces on here, right? So let's use the formula. Do you remember the formula?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what the formula is.
Y. 1.
Formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But all we have, we're not going to use this formula because this tells us what the slope is. We already have the slope. So we need to do a different formula. So that was a mistake. Let me try a different formula. All right, so this one is called point slope formula. This one is point slope formula. I really don't like using this one because it can get kind of messy, but we're going to have to use it, right? Because we don't have enough space for the points. Yeah, we don't have enough space. So let's go ahead and use point slope. All right, so all we're really going to do is fill in the blanks for y1, the slope, and x1. We're going to fill in those blanks. So, what is y1? Remember, this is x1 and this is y1. What's y1?
Y1 is 9.
Is it a 9 or a?
-9.
That's x1. What's y1?
17.
Y1 is 17. So we have y take away 17 equals, what's our slope?
9. Oh my goodness, -4 and 30.
Okay. And take away x. Now, what is x1?
-9.
So, all right. Now, two negatives make a,
Positive.
so I want to I'm going to rewrite it. X plus 9. All right. So, what I have to do now is distribute -4/3 onto x and -4/3 onto 9. All right. So I want to keep this part the same for right now. Y equals 17. All right. Now -4/3 times x would just be -4/3x. And then I'm going to multiply -4/3 times 9. So 9 times 4 is it 36? Do it.
9 times 4.
9 times 4.
Okay.
And it's a negative
Oh yeah,
4.
it's 36.
Right. So since it's a -4, it's going to give me -36 divided by 3. Now, divide -36 by 3. How many times does -36 go into 3? The answer is going to be 12. So now I have y minus 17 equals -44/3x minus 12. Now, I have a negative number over here, and I need to get y by itself, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 17 to both sides. You see why I don't like doing this? Yeah, it's a little hesitant. So that cancels out, so it leaves me with y equals -4/3x. Now, -12 plus 17 is going to give me a +5. So we have our answer. Took us a long time to get there, but the answer is y equals -4/3x plus 5. Let me write it a little better for the people in the back. So our final answer ended up being y equals -4/3x plus 5. All right, so that's how we ended up with that. All right, so now we've gone through more than 3. I think you should have the skills to take care of the rest.